Hi everyone, this is Misha from Made Up Research, and I have to admit something. I've been trying to not record this video for months because we have probably the biggest box of used up products I've ever seen. And it's been through a lot. Most of these products I actually had used up before I started my reconstruction back in August, and then I just had to keep the box somewhere, so I didn't really have time to film a video, and now I have even more stuff that's in it. And it's becoming overwhelming. It's sitting here on my desk at all times, staring at me, and I know I should do it. Let's go through this together because there is a lot. And also some of these are really dirty, so excuse me because they haven't been kept in the best conditions. I want to start with this one. This is like my newest empty actually, that's why it's on the top. And this is the Geek and Gorgeous 101 Mighty Melt Cleansing Balm. This is finally available in the DM drugstore, and I used it up totally completely. And honestly, I love this cleansing balm so much. It is a little bit different to other cleansing balms that I use because it's like very creamy, very silky, smooth, balmy. Not liquidy. It still has like that texture where you kind of scoop it up. It like wrinkles up. It's really nice. And it's also super effective. And for the price, I think it's also pretty good value. It is supposed to cleanse away any dirt, long-lasting makeup, waterproof makeup, sunscreen. It works really well. I usually just apply it as you do with the balm. So on the dry face, rub it in, emulsify with water, and then I wipe it off with a cloth. Now, when it comes to the ingredients, you do have some wax in this, you do have some olive oil, but to my skin, this was actually really nice. It didn't cause any irritation, any reaction. It wasn't too heavy for sure, but yeah, that's kind of why I'm surprised that there's olive oil in it. However, really nice balm, pretty affordable. Yeah, it's fragrance free. It doesn't irritate my skin or my eyes at all, so I would definitely recommend it. Second balm that I used up that I probably wouldn't recommend as much is the Balea Beauty Expert Cleansing Balm with 3% squalane. This is a very heavy balm. I will link you to the video that is all about the Balea Beauty Expert products where I did talk about this before, and I did use it up. I didn't really enjoy using it up that much. It is one of the thicker, more solidified oil kind of balm. It is pretty thick, pretty heavy for my skin. Not the best. I definitely prefer the Geek and Gorgeous one. Although if you are in a pinch and you are looking for something very affordable, I think this does come in handy. It's just not my favorite cleansing balm ever made. Got another cleansing balm. So many cleansing balms. Oh my god. This is the Made by Mitchell Lucky Balm Cleansing Balm. I did use this up completely. And this one was a little bit on the fence for me. Like, it wasn't the worst formula, but sometimes it was very thick, very hard to emulsify. So I'm not sure if I would recommend purchasing this. Also, I'm not sure they sell this anymore. But I feel like Mitchell is going to do some new skincare line in the near future. That's probably going to be a lot better than the skin prep line that he had before. Which also, I did not hate, but this cleansing balm is not the best balm I've ever used for sure. And I maybe prefer it over the Balea one, but still it was a little bit finicky to work with. It was effective, but just not my fave. This one was good. This is the Balea Med Ultra Sensitive Cleansing Oil with Centella Asiatica and squalane. This is one of the best cleansing oils in the drugstore. I do not mind the cleansing oil. I am more of a balm girly right now, but I used to be obsessed with cleansing oils because they're very effective and quite lightweight, easy to use, you know. I like them. So this one was definitely a great surprise for me. This is my favorite one from the drugstore, for sure. It's really nice for sensitive skin. It doesn't irritate your face at all. It is very effective in removing anything you need. The usage process is basically the same as with the balm. So you just apply it to your dry face, emulsify it with water, and then it just slides right off, washes right off, wipes right off, whatever you want to do with it. It is incredible. This one, incredible. I would definitely repurchase this one if I could. Then I think we have some cleansers. First one I want to talk about is this Bubble Fresh Start Gel Cleanser. I've had this for a while, but it's just a really nice, slightly exfoliating cleanser. Super lightweight, doesn't irritate my skin. Even though it does have BHA in it, it wasn't too aggressive. I was really happy with this one, and I would also repurchase it again. But I feel like for the price and for the hustle to get it here, because they don't sell in the Czech Republic, I would probably go for something else, but I would recommend this one. It's really nice. Such a good everyday cleanser. Nothing to really complain about. Then I have another one of the Function of Beauty products. This is, of course, the face cleanser, Function of Beauty cleanser. This one was the Micellar Gel, which I did quite like it. It was a very basic, standard, everyday cleanser. So honestly, for the price point, I don't think you need to spend the money on such a basic product. I would go and get something better. This is the Glow Recipe Blueberry Balm's Gentle Cleanser. This one was also really nice. I was a little bit confused with how to use it first because you have to use a really small amount, really lather it up in your hands, and then it's usable. Otherwise, it's very like unevenly chunky gel. I don't know how to really explain it, but this is the best way to use it. Just kind of prep it in your hands and then put it on the face. But this is like a very thoroughly cleansing gel, I would say. It really made my face super clean, super nice. I do like the scent. I do like that it has blueberries. It's really good. Just again, for the price point, I don't think you really need it, but I did like it. And again, it's exfoliating. I just do have a thing with exfoliating cleansers right now. So now let's go to toners. I hope there are no cleansers left in this box, but who knows? This is the Made by Mitchell What's Your Tone toner. It was a spray-on toner. It was very basic in terms of the ingredients, but just for like hydrating and waking up your skin, it was actually pretty good. I am quite a fan of spray-on toners that are really lightweight like this. I was using this mostly during the day. During the night, I'm more of a, like jelly thick toner girly. But during the day, I think this was just really good for like your everyday, morning toning stuff. Didn't do much in terms of like actives or like some great changes on your face, but it was just a very basic, nice toning step. I didn't hate it. Again, I don't think they sell it anymore, but I did quite like it. We have the Chocobo Vita Berry Pore Toner. This was all the hype. I mean, Chocobo was, at some point, it was everywhere. And I was really curious about their products, so I did pick up some. This was one of them. It was supposed to be like a pore helping toner, reducing pores, sebum production, everything like that. And honestly, I wasn't like super impressed with it. I don't know, there's just something about it that I didn't feel convinced by. Like, it didn't feel that great. It felt a little bit dry on the skin almost. And I just wasn't the biggest fan of it. It did have some nice ingredients like vitamin E, hibiscus extract, strawberry fruit extract, which is something that Glow Recipe also uses in their like pore targeting exfoliating products. But honestly, I just didn't feel like it did much. And it is somewhat expensive too, so I probably would not repurchase this one again. It just wasn't really up my alley. Another toner that I have, and this one was actually a hit. This is the Balea Expert Glow Toner with vitamin C and panthenol. This was one of the best vitamin C toners I have ever used. This made my skin so beautiful, glowy, and just juicy. This is so, so good. Honestly, one of my favorite vitamin C toners ever. Super affordable. I just love it. I would recommend this to everyone who needs some vitamin C in their routine. The 2% is actually pretty low, so it didn't irritate my face or anything. I was just very happy to find, some vitamin C products that are actually working for my face. Now let's go to essences, because I do have quite a few of those. The first one I want to talk about is, again, vitamin C. This is the Lumen Nordic Sea Glow Boost Essence. I'm sorry, this one is truly disgusting. I'm going to hide that. And I did get this when I was in Sweden, and I was completely in love with it. Again, one of the best vitamin C products I have ever used. Like, the way these two together made my skin look was unreal. Absolutely unreal. This one had beautiful texture, almost like a serum-y one, smelled amazing, wasn't too heavy on the skin, but also made you look so glowy. It was unbelievable. It was so good. This one was, again, pretty pricey. However, I do feel like this one truly delivered, like the instant effect and also the long-term effect. So my skin was more glowy the more I used it, and it instantly became like beautiful and almost dewy looking without feeling greasy every time I used it, which was something that, I'm willing to pay for that. And I would like to repurchase it if I get my hands on it somehow here. I don't know. Does anyone sell it? I don't know. Next, I want to talk about another one of my Swedish purchases, and this is the Cosrx Advanced Nail Radiance Dual Essence. I gotta say that I did like this one a lot more than just their regular snail essence. Somehow this one, you have like a half with niacinamide and half with hyaluronic acid. Both of them have the snail mucin. It's a wonderful combo. I was buying this specifically because in Sweden it was dry and cold when I arrived there, and my skin was not thriving at all. And it did help me. It did help me tremendously. This was like one of the best essences for dry skin I have ever used. I loved this so much. My skin was beautiful when I was using it. And yeah, honestly, just these two that I bought there were some of the best purchases I've ever made. I would love to buy this again. Please, someone stock this in the drugstore. I think this is the best one from the Snail Mucin collection. Again, pretty expensive. However, Somehow I like to splurge on my essences because I feel like they do make a great difference. Another essence we have is also K-Beauty. This is the Huxley Secret of Sahara Essence Grab Water. The name is so weird. The Huxley products were kind of like a hit or miss for me. They were nice, they felt luxurious, they were lightweight, hydrating, perfect for the summer, but so expensive, like so crazy expensive. This essence was no exception to that. It was nice, but it did feel just like your regular serum almost. It wasn't like that different. Maybe some of their other essences are going to be a little more substantial in terms of the performance. This one just kind of felt like a very expensive hydrating serum that wasn't even like that luxurious feeling. So I don't know. I just wasn't like super impressed by it, you know. Next, we have an essence lotion. This was like one of the things that I bought a long time ago and then I got to using it way later than I should have. However, this is the Body Shop Drops of Youth Essence Lotion. I used to like Body Shop skincare at some point of my life. I just discovered Body Shop, I loved it, I bought everything from them. Some of their stuff is amazing, some of their stuff is like kind of mediocre. This one though, I think this one is like an unsung hero of the Body Shop skincare. I'm not sure they still have it. I'm not sure they are still in business because I did see a lot of their shops closing. However, this essence I genuinely liked. It did have like the very usual thick toner texture. It was like a very thin gel. Super nice, really hydrating. It just felt so good on the skin. And I know there's like a bunch of stem cells in this, so it's supposed to be kind of anti-aging, but also like rejuvenating, hydrating. It's just everything, and it's so nice. And it paired well with so many things, and also you get 160 milliliters, which is a huge bottle. Now let's talk about eye care. I do have only one eye cream, and it's specifically this Q&A Caffeine Eye Serum. You probably know by now that I do love my Q&A eye care products. So this serum is super lightweight. It does have like a little roll-on at the end. So you just roll it under your eye. You can put a cream on top if it's too lightweight, or you can just leave it as is and it's gonna brighten up the under eyes ever so slightly and help with dark circles. It's hydrating, it's nice, it reduces puffiness. I like the roller on the end as well. So yeah, I do like it. I will repurchase it. It is quite affordable too, so why not? Next, let's talk about serums now. I also do have a lot of serums. Some of these, by the packaging, you're gonna tell that they're pretty old. Like this one. This is the Skin Head Hydrating Serum. This is beauty-based skincare line that was launched so long ago. But I did have some backups of their products, and I do still have some that are unopened. So I was just kind of going through them, you know, a good basic hydrating serum. This one did have hyaluronic acid and glycogen. It was just super nice, you know, very basic, hydrating, lightweight, nothing really to worry about. I did like their skincare. The biggest plus for me was that it was very affordable, and also you did to get 50 milliliters. And 50 ml of a good basic serum, like what's there not to like? That's just what I'm looking for at all times. So I would repurchase it again, but I do believe they did revamp their whole line of skincare, so I cannot. Another serum I want to talk about, also very basic hydrating serum. This is the Balea Beauty Expert Plump and Glow Serum. This was one of the best serums I've used from the drugstore. I loved it so much. It does have polyglutamine and hyaluronic acid, so sometimes the combination of these two ingredients seems to be a little bit difficult, but this one, not at all. Such a good formulation. Lightweight, beautiful. It also has niacinamide in it, so this was my everyday staple. I think I should probably repurchase this. For the price, this is as good as you can get, I think, with a hydrating serum. Next, I have this no makeup slow aging serum with vegan peptides and panthenol. This I got, I don't even remember where I bought it. It was probably abroad. But I gotta say, this was like not my favorite. I also did have like a hydrating version of this, and I did not really like it. It was nice and lightweight in the texture, but for what you get, which is 20 ml, this was pretty pricey, and I didn't really see any difference in my skin at all. So I wasn't like super excited. The one thing that was nice is that 20 ml is quite okay for traveling if you're traveling somewhere for a longer period of time. So that was fine, but other than that, I probably wouldn't buy from them again. Next, I have the Bubble Daydream Tone and Texture Serum with vitamin C and niacinamide. Serums like this are everywhere nowadays. Everyone's trying to brighten up their skin with niacinamide and vitamin C. And this was the first time I encountered this combination, and I did quite like it. It was very nice. It wasn't irritating my skin. It was a little bit more on the like slippy side. It was very glowy, very dewy looking. Felt a little bit heavier on the skin than some of the other vitamin C products that I talked about today. So I did quite like it. At the end, especially when I kind of got used to the texture, I did like it a lot. But I don't think I would buy this again. I think I have better vitamin C and niacinamide products now. Next, I want to talk about the It's Skin Power 10 Formula Licorice Effector, the Firefighter Serum. This was actually really nice. I wasn't expecting to like this as much, but this was really good for calming my skin down. When it was inflamed, when it was just not happy at all. This was one of the products that I used kind of like ad hoc when I needed to soothe the skin. And I was really surprised that the licorice worked so well. And overall, just serums from It's Skin are usually always a hit for me, so I wasn't that surprised. But I did like it. I would recommend it. If you have some redness, if you want to calm your skin down a little bit, this is definitely going to help. Another serum that I have is the Glow Recipe Strawberry Smooth BHA and AHA Salicylic Serum. This is their exfoliating serum. I was very much into exfoliating serums for a bit, and this one was nice. Again, very expensive. Not sure I would buy this again, although I feel like texture-wise and like effect-wise, it's pretty unique. I did find it quite effective. And I did like the texture a lot. It was like super thin, almost like a little bit matte. It wasn't too glowy, which I liked a lot. Yeah, I'm not sure I would repurchase this. Maybe. If I had a lot of money and I didn't know what to do with it. Another serum that I have, which is also exfoliating, is the Bioma Clarifying Serum with PHA, zinc, and blue tansy, and also their triceramide complex. You probably already know me. I love Bioma. I love their serums. I have them in rotation at all times. And this one is supposed to be kind of targeting, more problematic skin, acne, any spots, stuff like that. Good thing about this is that the zinc in it is formulated in a way that is not super drying. Usually if you have stuff with zinc, it's going to dry you the hell out. This is not the case at all. This was actually really nice. It's super lightweight. It's almost like watery. And I just think it worked really well as like my, problematic days serum. Another serum that I have is the Balea Beauty Expert Calming Serum with Ceramide Complex. This one was a little bit too thick for my liking. I do believe they did reformulate this a little bit, but it's just not for me. I feel like this is almost a lotion. It's so creamy that it's just a little too thick for me to be a serum, and I don't really like it that much. Another serum that I have is the Glow Recipe Pomegranate Peptide Firming Serum. I did quite like this one, even though it did smell a little bit like just like dirt and pomegranate, which wasn't the most pleasant experience ever. And for the price, I was kind of hoping for like a really pleasant experience. However, not bad. I didn't see as much difference as I usually see with peptides. I do love peptides in my skincare, but I feel like the Q&A peptide serum cannot be beaten. Just for my skin, that one works so well. This one, not bad, but again, for the price, I don't think the results were really worth it. And honestly, it was a similar case with this one. This is the Me Plus Acacia, I don't know. Collagen Booster Serum. This is from, I think it's from Superdrug. I just didn't really like it. It's supposed to like smooth out your skin and be kind of anti-aging. It does have plant-derived moisturizing extract. It's supposed to be hydrating, smoothing. I didn't really see much difference when I used it. I didn't really like it that much. It was just a very basic serum, and honestly, I wasn't even sure like what it was doing for me. Not much, apparently. Next, we have the Geek and Gorgeous A-Gain 10 0.1% retinol serum with an A. This was a very good retinol serum. I really liked it. I did see a difference in my skin. Every time I start using retinol, I was kind of on a break now, but every time I start using retinol again, I can see differences in my skin. So this one was one of the best. You do have the retinol, which is a little bit more effective, a little bit less irritating from what I heard. Definitely a great recommendation. They do have different percentages of it as well. So if you are looking into retinol, like retinoids in general, I would definitely recommend Geek and Gorgeous. They do have beautiful formula. Then I also have the Asana 10% niacinamide and glycerin serum. Listen, this serum was again really nice. It was a little bit more like on the hydrating side for a niacinamide serum. I usually prefer formulation with zinc and niacinamide, but this one wasn't bad either. I did quite like it. Even though it was a little bit hydrating, a little bit thick for me, I still enjoyed it and used it up. Oh my god, there is a huge ass spider outside. Next, we have the It's Skin Power 10 Formula Propolis Effector Honeydew Fairy Serum. This one was supposed to be kind of like brightening, with the propolis carrying. I gotta say that this was like a really nice addition to my nighttime routine. And it did smell a little bit of honey. Nice texture, thin formula, skin felt great, really rejuvenated. And now let's go for some moisturizers because we do have quite a few. This is the Essence Hello Good Stuff 48 Hour Intense Hydro Gel with aloe and hyaluronic acid. This was just a very basic clear gel, almost like an aloe gel, but a little bit more suited for your everyday wear. In the summer, I love this. I used it up during one summer, which is really something for me. It was super thin, everything worked great under it and on top. SPF reapplied just fine. It was hydrating enough for me, but it was also like a little bit cooling, so I really liked it. We have the Catrice Hydro Protect Melting Moisturizer. You also might have heard me talk about this. This is the most trippy texture ever. It is like a thick, balmy texture that kind of melts on your skin. It's really nice. It's super hydrating, it repairs your barrier, it does have hyaluronic acid, moisturizing ingredients, and ceramides, so for barrier repair, perfect. And also very conveniently small packaging. Next, I have the Glow Hub Calm and Soothe Cool Whip Moisturizer with hemp and jojoba oil. This was surprisingly a really nice moisturizer. I was using this both day and night, and it was lightweight, but not a gel. It was a very lightweight cream. Super soothing, cooling, just so nice. I really did enjoy this. I don't think the texture was necessarily like super whipped. It was more just like, you know, your regular lightweight cream, but I still liked it a lot. Next, I have the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Hyalo Cica Moisture Cream. This is one of their moisturizers. They do have many different lines. This is the blue line, which is supposed to be more hydrating with hyaluronic acid. I love this so much. Mostly for the evenings, because for the day, it's a little bit heavy for me. A little bit dewy, you know, kind of very hydrating thing. Honestly, if you have dry skin, I feel like this is going to save you. I did not have a moisturizer from them. That would be bad. It's definitely lighter than like the original, the yellowy brown one. Next, I have the Thirst Class Rich Moisturizer with Oatmeal and Lipids. This was also from the old Beauty Bay line. If they still make a moisturizer like this, go and get it. One of the best thick moisturizers I've ever used. But it's really like thick. Like you need to have a purpose for this. For me, this is like way too thick than what I would normally use. But I gotta say, when I used it during the night, my skin would look perfect the next morning. It was so moisturized. But again, I don't think they do it anymore. Next moisturizer I have is the Killig Hydrating Face Gel Cream. This one was specifically for normal to combination skin because I was looking for something a little bit more matte, a little bit more dry, which was exactly what it did. So it is supposed to be intensely hydrating gel with aloe vera and vitamin E. Very basic moisturizer. It was a little bit more on the matte side. It kind of like set itself, which I loved a lot. This is the kind of moisturizer that I'm always looking for in the summer. Something lightweight, a little bit matte, and just really nice that it sits on my skin well and makeup goes well on top of it. So this was my morning moisturizer a lot of the time. Then I do have one SPF. This is the Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun Aqua Fresh with Rice and B5. This is, I think, top 3 SPF for sure. I'm not sure in which place it is right now, but I love it. This is, for me, definitely better than the original probiotic version because it is more lightweight. I like the packaging more because it does have this like little nozzle and it's easier to squeeze out. But it's more lightweight, it's a little bit more cooling, sets better, it's a little bit more matte, it's not as dewy, as heavy. Love it. Love it. Definitely an improvement on something I didn't think could be improved. And that is all, my friends. We finally fucking did it. I'm free. I'm free of the Empties box. Finally. So this was pretty intense. I think we got like over 30 products, possibly. I hope you enjoyed it. So like this video if you liked it, and I hope you did. Please like it because I suffered for this for so long. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Maybe not specifically of this type of video now, but a lot of different. So thank you for watching. See ya. Bye.